out, and then they will touch it together and it will blow it down. And you bring that loading machine that I showed you up there, you would just train it up in here and load that coal out into a buggy or something that dropped it on a feeder and shoot it up even smaller and send it outside. That was the new way of coal mining. This is one of the bosses fixed this one, first one ever made. And he did not patent it. Now everybody's riding scooters and stuff like that, skateboards. And what he did with that is you get down on it with one knee. Coal is low in here, so you can get down on one knee with that and get real low, put that on the rail, and you can push it with 1 foot and ride outside or inside. But only the bosses were allowed to do it. As you'll see when we go up, this little grate goes up to here and goes all the way outside. I like to ride down that grate and go outside on that. Just go all the way around and outside. That would be fun to lean these trains over. That would be nice. But this here is what I was telling you before. This is a petrified tree stump, 250 pounds. Petrified tree stump, that's a kettle bottom. That's another big kettle bottom there. I'd say that one's closer to 400 or 500 pounds. This is a round ball, is a piece of salt. When you were blasting coal out, you would get these pieces of salt. And this little here's a piece of salt. That would come out in the coal. You'd find those in the coal. But when they went to the continuous miner system, they started cutting those pieces up and you no longer see salt anymore. So, and once they got started, this is what I was telling you before. This is a rock dust. Rock dust is just ground up powdered rock. It's white usually, or gray. And they would empty the bags in there, turn this on, they would have a hose on it. And all you do is you wave the hose back and forth across the top, and it turns the mine snow white. And what it does, it dissipates that float dust, that mining dust. And that's all they needed to do, the upper big branch, to save 27 guys, and they did do it. And the mines had so much buildup of, might as well say gunpowder, when that flash went off, if the gunpowder went off and blew them up. All they had to do was take something like that. Now they got, the rock dusters are as big as the car you're riding in, and they're probably about that high, and you can fill them completely full with hundreds of bags of rock dust and just walk around and wave, and you can take that dust down. But it wasn't done over there, it was production, that's all they wanted. And that's what happened at that mine. Well, I think I covered everything here, pretty much.
Were the phones and tables warning system like the call?
Oh, yeah, the phone. This was the only thing that you had when you had electricity call outside. You would press the button and yell outside, outside. Usually somebody would answer you. But before that, you didn't have that. So you just put your buddy in the god and left him lay there till you went outside. But now it's so loud in the mines that you have to have a blinking light on this when somebody's calling you, because you can't hear it. You can't hear a thing. There'll be a blinking light start blinking. You'll know they'll call you by that blinking light. And to get on the trip. And this old boy, he was already up telling the tale when I come in there. He said he was, when he was a boy, his daddy told him a way to avoid a biting dog was to take off your hat and wave it around the dog's face, and said it would distract him and it'd leave you alone. As a man, he was taking a petition around to get it signed by everybody. So he was going around the neighborhood getting that petition signed, and he said, came to this one, he came to the gate, real pretty house. Said he walked up on the porch, and he said, as soon as I did, I said, I heard something go, he said, I looked, here comes the biggest, ugliest German Shepherd I ever seen. He said, right there, I thought of what my dad told me. He said, so I took my hat off and picked it down in front of that dog's hat and face. And he said, right there, I knew my daddy lied. I said, he grabbed that hat, tore it all to pieces, and jerked my pants out going across the fence. The guy was always really funny. That's what kind of life they had.
Thank God.
They worked miles back in the ground with that, and they crawled in, they crawled out. That's what it looks like with this line. And this plane doesn't run that high all the time. Carbide will run out fast. So he'll go down, and your eyes will have to adjust. You can't really see anything with that. Now I'll show you how it looks without any kind of light. Now this is not. This is only 300 feet down. 1,000 feet down, it looks like the blackness that you can feel. It hangs on you almost like you can cut it.
Are we going that deep?
But,
Are we going that deep?
no, would you like to? They gotta get on the elevator and fall 1,000 feet.
Wow.
And then go out, you go out like 10 miles out into the earth and work there. I'd rather be there because it's drier than in here, and the cold is a little higher. I'd rather work in there, so that's where I started. They used to carry this. It's called a possum light. The reason it's called that is because the curly tail of a possum. That actually, I don't know what it actually, I can't remember what it's called. But it works for methane or black damp. Black damp is odorless. You can't even tell you're in it. You just go down like an MMA fighter chokes you out and just keeps holding. You're dead because you're no oxygen. And this will go out. If you're walking along, it goes out, you're hitting black damp. By that time, you're mostly dead. You hang this up next to the top, which is the way you check for methane gas. Methane gas is next to the top. And if this thing comes up about midways, you're in like a 2.3 gathering of methane, which is bad. You have to shut the place down, any kind of electricity. And you have to make airflow come in that cleans the gas and takes it out to return. If the flame goes all the way up here, you have to shut the mines down to get everybody out because you're in a really explosive gathering of methane. There's a lot of methane, 5%. Some of y'all may have heard of Upper Big disaster. I lost good friends in there, among the childhood friends. All because they did it for a methane ignition. Your biggest danger in a coal mine, keeping the methane down, and the coal dust is the biggest danger. The methane can ignite like this place. It will ignite, and it may come out so far, but it'll stop. But when you have thick coal dust, like they did in Upper Big Branch, which I knew for a fact because I worked last in another mine, and it was cold. And my friend told me the day before that, he said something's going to happen because the coal dust, there's so much coal dust, so much methane gathered. The next day I see where on TV where it went off. And I saw the explosion come out, so I knew he was dead. I spent 3 days down there waiting for him to get his body out. But that's what it is. This coal dust gets so fine, it's like powder. It's like gunpowder. As a matter of fact, the Chinese used it for gunpowder and fireworks. I guess they still do. You can take some of this coal and grind it up so fine, really fine, and you can make it explode. You can load shells with it and it will explode. So if you have a whole mine full of that, you can think of what the explosions would be. The explosion went outside, it blew big motors and everything that were loose all the way out. Some things would let it come back in, it rolled the rails back up on the tracks like you would put them on a spool. Just rolled everything back up. That was pretty bad. Those, things you see on the side, on the ribs, those are called ribs. The sides of the mine are called ribs, which are actually blocks that are 90 foot square in depth in there. The things you see, like right behind you where the old timbers are at, that is a cut through or a break. That's where the guys used to use the timbers. It was not bolted, it's, timbered up. That's the way they used to do it. As a matter of fact, my dad said the first timber mines when his brothers went to, they didn't want to go because there was no timber set in it and they were scared. They didn't think those bolts were any good. But, during COVID, they came in here, Infinity Mining and another mine, came in here and fixed all these ribs up, put those pans on there like you see in those bolts. They're called pizza pans or pie pans. That helps hold that rib. That rib, those lots of coals are the main thing that holds